Speaking of whorish media figures, Stranger Things star Noah Schnapp says his views on the Israel-Hamas war have been misconstrued. The actor drew criticism in November after video surfaced of him seated inside a restaurant alongside friends holding stickers that read "Zionism is sexy" and "Hamas is ISIS."
Well, doesn't BB fund both of them, though? Okay.
Well, I don't know. ISIS? I don't know about ISIS. I know suitcases full of cash.
That's us. Maybe I'm thinking of us funding
ISIS. You have the wrong police state. Stranger Things star Noah Schnapp said Monday that his thoughts and beliefs about the war between Israel and Hamas have been misconstrued.
Oh, Schnapp.
Following outcry over a video of him that some criticized as insensitive. Schnapp said, "Please, you have to watch Stranger Things Season 5. It's probably the last time I'm going to be working outside of a Comic-Con for the next 40 years, and I need to bank that money." No, I made that part up. All right, to continue.
You think he'd handle it that well?
He did. That might get him some respect. He could start a GoFundMe off that pitch. Schnapp, 19, drew criticism in November after video surfaced of him seated inside a restaurant alongside friends holding stickers that read "Zionism is sexy" and "Hamas is ISIS." It was not clear who recorded the video, Hamas, or originally posted it online.
What do you mean surfaced?
Okay. All right. So this doesn't have any volume because they were playing a copyrighted song in the background. But it speaks for itself. These people are crazy for genocide. It's a genocide a go-go there at the malt shop. This is like
where is this? Where are they?
This is like a 1950s malt shop only with Zionism and genocide.
It looks like NYU area or something.
That's a very Andy Hardy take on Zionism and genocide. So Lauren Jurigui, look, we learned how to say that, right, Keaton? A member. we did a segment on her that was so fundamentally ignorant that it's going to keep us from being able to run for office. A member of the. We just didn't know who she was.
We just didn't know who she was.
Why would you?
Well, she's very famous if you're not fucking old.
I never heard of
but we are.
Old,
so, and Keaton's one of those old souls. He's like 40 years older than he is.
Yeah.
Like the dynamic between us, like he's the older one. That's what happens when you have kids.
Yeah, right.
It puts like 30 years on your maturity.
Yeah. I'm 30 years behind.
Exactly. You are defined by the responsibilities you take on. Lauren Jurigui, a member of the musical group Fifth Harmony, sharply criticized the video in a post on X, accusing Schnapp and his friends of, quote, "an enjoyment of bloodshed, an enjoyment of death."
Well, it did say it's sexy.
No, hey man, I look at her and I did more research on her and who she is.
Yeah.
And kudos to her, man. The business is full of Zionists, which is why a lot of actors will not speak out.
Well, she'll never
Juliana Margulies, she wrote that crazy article in USA Today about why her non-Jewish friends weren't reaching out to her and how terrifying it is that they weren't reaching out to check on how she was, because a lot of these Zionists expected to be treated as if this was a George Floyd moment for them.
Oh my God.
And didn't understand. And a lot of them directly made that formulation. After I went and marched for George Floyd, you're not going to support my genocide? How dare you? So she wrote a whole article basically saying that. So what she doesn't get is most of these actors are, or maybe she does at this point, most of them, if they were to be honest, would side with the Palestinians. But there are too many.
They're never honest.
There are too many Zionists that dominate the business.
Ryan's thing called it.
Well, we're going to show that actually. So they're not going to risk themselves. So, hey, man, anyone who is in entertainment who stands up, my hat's off to you, man. So she is a very admirable young woman. And John Cusack, to go back to us Xers, X representing. The actor John Cusack retweeted Jurigui's post expanding its reach. In a nearly 2-minute video uploaded to TikTok on Monday night, Schnapp told his more than 32 million followers that he wants peace, stands against any killing of any innocent people, and learned a lot from recent conversations with Palestinian friends. So what? He drove into an El Pollo Loco and talked to the guy at the counter. Excuse me, you look Palestinian. Can I talk to you for a minute? Yeah, this fucking guy has Palestinian friends. I'm going to be starting center for the Knicks. All right, so
is he the one that got the alien thing inside of him? Is that the one from Stranger Things? I only remember.
He's kind of the male protagonist, aside
he's
from,
not the main
from
one.
11 is like kind of the center of the show, but he's the main one of the kids, right? Keaton, you watch Stranger Things.
Does he play
right?
Will or Will's friend? They always get them.
He plays Will, doesn't he? I think he plays
I don't know if
Will.
He's Will or the friend
They're all
of Will.
grown
I
up
forget
into
who the
beautiful
friend
young
of Will
women.
is.
I think he plays Will.
Yeah, I think he's Will, yeah.
So this is quite an exercise in both sides of the fenceism, depending on how, in the future, he doesn't want to lose his career when people decide this was one of the greatest crimes against humanity of all time, and anyone who supported it should be driven from the public square.
Whatever side you are,
he's but at the same time, he's not going to disavow his Zionism. So he's trying to have it both ways. So let's see what he had to say.
Hey guys, it's Noah. I just wanted to come on here super briefly just to discuss everything that's been going on online. I feel like my thoughts and beliefs have been so far misconstrued from anything even close to what I believe. And
I'm sorry. How the fuck do you misconstrue Zionism is sexy?
He probably wanted to bang that chick.
That you're clearly handing out to put up around wherever they were.
If I was him, I was trying to bang these two Tisch school girls from by NYU. That's what I would say.
Actually, that might be his best
play. How you listen.
That's not a bad call.
I dated a girl for 10 years, dude, and you don't understand how irrational they get about that shit. I would, first of all, I never looked into the thing until just now. This is why I think you're right about the buildup, because I never looked into it until just now. And if I brought it up to her, she gets so upset. I don't. Do you want money? I would just like it was not worth it.
All right, so let's see what else he had to say.
I wanted to just state from my heart how I feel. I only want peace and safety and security for all innocent people affected by this conflict. I've had many open discussions with friends from Palestinian background, and
okay.
Who?
Look at that is a very revealing moment. Let's see if our friends catch what happened there, what he did there. Watch this.
Palestinian background. And
all right. So he says first, he's about to say Palestine. He's about to say friends from Palestine. And then he catches himself. I'm not allowed to say that.
Oh, I didn't.
And then he says Palestinian background. First he says Palestine. All right.
Holy shit.
I've had many open discussions with friends from Palestinian background, and I think those are very important conversations to have, and I've learned a lot, and one of the
he caught himself, because when you talk to Zionists, no matter what else he says in this, he just told you who he is. Not that there was any real doubt, but he just told you who he is, right? He's about to say friends from Palestinian background, right? Because Palestine doesn't exist.
Yeah.
As far as Zionists are concerned, it never existed.
Well, welcome.
When I went to cover the protest the day after, October 8th, I went and covered a protest in Times Square. And the Zionist counter-protesters were just completely unhinged.
Yeah, right.
And they're screaming, yes, go back to your imaginary country. There is no Palestine. Where is Palestine?
Right.
That's what that is. He caught himself. He was about to say Palestine, and that's giving up the whole game for a Zionist. You can't even admit that there's such a thing.
Well, welcome to the world of Harry Truman's frustration so many years ago.
Ways I've had is that we all hope for the same things, that being those innocent people still being held hostage in Gaza to be returned to their families, and equally hope for an end to the loss of innocent life in Palestine. So many of those people being women and children.
He said it.
And it's
he's not getting any Israeli chick action for a long time after
just
that.
do another take, dude.
horrible to see. And I think anyone with any ounce of humanity would hope for an end to the hostility on both sides. I stand against any killing of any innocent people.
Oh my
and
God.
I hope you guys all do too. And I just hope to one day see those two groups be able to live harmoniously together in that region. And I hope for 2024 online to see people be a little more understanding and compassionate and recognize that we're all human, regardless of our race, of our ethnicity, of our background, of our country of birth, of our even our sexuality, of anything. We are all human and we're all the same. And we should all love each other for that and support each other and stand together for humanity and for peace.
Oh my God.
What I meant to say was Zionism is ISIS and Hamas is sexy.
The printer screwed me.
I was asking for a return on the stickers. Did you see Rosie O'Donnell?
I have a disability. It's not fun.
All right, so now we've made this point before because me and Keaton, we both come out of the arts. Obviously, Kurt's in comedy. You know, we're all coming out of an arts background, and I think we've all made this observation that most of the people in the arts don't want to say shit about this.
Of course.
They do not want to say a fucking word. They're afraid it's going to cost them work. And honestly, even most, not all, but even most of the Zionists I know don't want to get into it because they know that most of the arts community, it's this weird standoff where most of the arts community actually favors the Palestinians, but they're afraid to say it because there are too many powerful Zionists in the industry that they're afraid are going to cost them work. The Zionists, they're more vocal. But I know a lot of Zionists who were very loud at first, and then they read the room and shut the fuck up because they realized that, the people in the arts community might not say anything to me because they're afraid of what it might cost them. But I'm going to torch my reputation. No one's going to want to have lunch with me if I keep speaking out for Israel, so I'm just going to shut up. With some exceptions, most of the Zionists I know stop talking about it after the first couple weeks.
Well, can I say it's great for all of us to be in this position all the time and totally worth it to help our best friend and aircraft carrier in the Middle East.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Keaton?
Yeah, I mean, he did slip up there. He avoided saying Palestine at first, but then he did slip up again.
Yep.
So, you know, he kind of botched it. Stranger Things is, you know, notoriously tight-lipped in terms of revealing the details of their scripts and their schedules, but I think we can safely assume season 5 shooting has wrapped because I don't think he released that since he still had scenes to put in the can. So I think we could infer that from this.
Wait,
I mean, look, I've heard rumors that in season 5, the upside down is Gaza.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go.
It's not confirmed.
Is this as bad as the John Cena saying "Ty"? Remember that whole?
That was worse. Yeah, that was very, very squirmy. That's still cringy to watch.
Because it's another.
Well, his problem is also, I mean, he's the
China is so powerful.
Kid,
it brought this fine figure of a man to his knees in abject humiliation.
Good point. This kid is already a little bit sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not from the muscle end of the family, that kid. Schnapp rose to fame in 2016 when he started playing the character Will Byers. All right, so there you go. On Stranger Things, which streams on Netflix. He's also appeared in the Steven Spielberg drama Bridge of Spies and voiced Charlie Brown in the Peanuts movie.
Good grief, this Gaza thing.
Charlie Brown, there is no Palestine. My favorite part of the Noah Schnapp apology is when he almost acknowledges Palestine and has to correct himself quickly because the Zionism he thinks is sexy rewrites history to deny Palestinians their nation and their existence.
He thought the girl was sexy. That's why he's doing that.
You might be right.
That's how they do propaganda for the IDF, right?
I mean, this is what I hear, man. If you go on that, what's the name of the thing for youth? Legacy? What do they call it?
Oh,
Keaton. What is it? Birthright.
Birthright.
If you go on the Birthright thing, I hear they got a lot of honeypot Israeli girls out there to make
try to get kids
you want to live there. Exactly.
So,
that's what I've heard. Netflix PR team. If I had known that, I would have gone. Netflix PR team working extra hard to get us. Nobody told me that. To get us to watch Stranger Things. We have not forgotten that Noah Schnapp mocked Arabs, calling Palestinian supporters terrorists, and the infamous Zionism Is Sexy
He just wanted
stickers.
to bang this chick, man. Come on.
Noah Schnapp going from Zionism Is Sexy to I Just Want Peace purely for good PR before Stranger Things 5 comes out. Peace really is the word of the white liberal because it's so vague. There's no such thing as peace without first liberation. That is a good point. All right, so this is a comic that
Long.
I really, really admire, Ryan Long. I think he's doing the funniest, smartest social commentary
It is the
on
smartiest.
YouTube right now. It's the smartiest. He's a smarty pants. So here is
Used to be
his
the
sketch
ska
on
band.
this, which rang very true if you are around actors.
It's been a few days now. I still haven't weighed in on Israel-Palestine. I honestly don't know who to post. Usually it's easy. BLM, bang. Ukraine, bang. COVID, bang. Hey, did you do your Israel-Palestine post yet? I've never missed a stand. Okay, who'd you go with? I look at my phone, I see a lot of Republicans supporting Israel. So I go, maybe stay away from that. Then I see a lot of the people we've been calling Nazis supporting Palestine. But then get this, the people that we've been calling them Nazis with are happy Israel's getting attacked. Riddle me that. But there really is no easy answer here. Did you do your Israel-Palestine post yet?
No,
What does your manager think of that?
I'm retired.
Oh, you don't have representation right now? Obviously, I was at the front lines of getting mad at Kanye West when he was doing the anti-Semitism stuff. Everyone was thanking me for standing up for the Jewish community. So naturally, I'm seeing this happen. I go, okay, we're back with the Jews again. I see Kylie Jenner post for Israel. I think, okay, the word's in. Then boom, she's getting killed on every angle, so it's not Israel. So I started doing a bit more research. I'm seeing queers for Palestine. And generally, you want to be on the side of the queers. If you look at the things, you're not going to get in trouble if you go with what the queers are saying. Then Mia Khalifa, who we obviously support, is posting with the queers. And she's getting fired from her job. The whole reason I'm posting this is to get in better standing with my job. And by the way, I started to see that your silence is noted post popping up, so we're running out of fucking time here. If you had to pick, who would you say?
I would stay out of it like I told you.
But if you kind of have to choose, which is sort of what a situation I feel like I find myself in. But you don't understand, I gotta post to support one of them. I know to you, it might be like, oh, who cares what he thinks? A buddy of mine booked a Geico commercial from his Ukraine TikTok, so it happens. Feels like we like decolonizing. What is decolonizing? Is that just like killing the people? That's literally what I was saying, man. 'Cause, normally it's pretty easy.
I don't know what the answer is.
This one's, I just want to post one of the flags and sort of be done with it. It's tougher than you think. I'm getting yelled at if I post Palestine. I'm getting yelled at if I post Israel. It's starting to feel like, if anything, I'm the victim here. I'm looking on the internet. I see Jews for Palestine. I kid you not. Also, I'm watching the parades. We're talking Times Square. Between me and you, when I see a bunch of brown people having a parade, I think it's a pretty safe bet to be on their side. Never failed me before. I mean, people are probably texting each other right now wondering where my statement is. Israel, though, probably, right? Yeah. For me, it's a little more complicated as a Gentile, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if I look at who's getting censored, that's a good place to look. Like, follow the YouTube warnings. And then I'm looking at UN women. I'm thinking, you know, follow the sniz. Whatever the women say is usually pretty good. They're just posting random shit that has nothing to do with it. Trans lesbians or lesbians. Can I just go with that? Just like a random blanket post. Just be like, hey, lesbos, just so you know, lesbos with dongs are still lesbos. Stop avoiding the dong lesbos. I can't, I feel like it's the wrong move. But you go in Israel or Palestine, you're thinking,
No English.
oldest trick in the book, my friend. I wish I could do the same. Okay, so like if Native people in America took down some girls at Coachella, I'd probably be like with the natives against me, right? Like that seems right. I can talk to my representation for you if you're... Palestine's got to have Jewish people there, right? Like Palestine, isn't that... Am I being messed with here?
That was one of my favorite. He has so many great videos. One of my favorites of his, if you go and check out his channel, is racists agree with with like woke people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's yeah, man. That is exactly my experience of actors right now.
Yeah.
Of people in entertainment.
You know what the answer is? Are you in theater or are you trying to do the movies? And then you pick based on that. Because you're trying to do the movies,
either
you
way.
know who to go with.
Yeah, but either way. No, the theater people, I know mostly theater people. That's profiles encourage. Profiles encourage. Listen, these motherfuckers, I actually posted something about that the other day. And I heard from one of the Zionists, actually. I said, all of these people I know in the arts don't have shit to say about a genocide in their lifetime, but Dave Chappelle drops a special. They are fucking all over that, man.
It must have been a
They
relief.
are all over that.
Thank God he did that so I could talk about his...
Oh my God, a fourth transphobic special. They're all over that. They're so virtuous.
Hey, what joke did
Now,
he do?
hey,
I don't know.
even if you're a Zionist,
Yeah.
say something about that. You have nothing to say about the event of this moment, but then you want to come out and start talking about all of your gender ideology. If you got nothing to say about the one, shut the fuck up about the other. If you want to be apolitical, I can see that. I can see that. It's a stressful space. It's not for everybody, man. But then just be apolitical and
That
shut
kid,
the fuck up.
Will, whatever his Binus or whatever his name is, he should be apolitical.
Right. Just shut the fuck up.
Never brought these people into this kind of domain.
Yeah. The peach shirt, the white pants, nobody's buying it, kid. You're fucking you're a bloody monster.
Come see us do a live stand-up show. We'll be in Venice, California, Palmdale, California, Omaha, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Boston, Massachusetts, and we're going to Europe. Do you live in Europe? We're going to be there. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.